Well, Pyros, it seems like it really hasn't been that long since I did a stash update video, but guess what? Yeah, that's right. I got more fireworks. So you guys know that I help out at my local seasonal tent, Green Mountain Fireworks. The last stash video I did was attached to a walkthrough of them that I did actually just a week ago. Well, part of the arrangement that I have with the owner is I'll go in and watch the tent so that she and her staff can have a day off, and I am compensated in pyro. So basically, I work for Booms. I work for store credit, and because it's getting close to the end of the season when they're going to have to pack up and head back south for the winter, I figured since I was there yesterday, I might as well cash in that credit and get some stuff. You guys want to see what it is? Part of what I did this summer and last summer as well is I work and buy things with an employee discount for cash on most of my days, and I just accrue all of my store credit until I have kind of my big blowout at the end of the season. This year I was really super busy and I didn't get to spend near as much time helping out as I really like to up there. Consequently, I didn't have as much store credit as usual. But I always save that for the larger items that I think I want to pick. So I know that some of you guys were interested in seeing the prices that I kind of left off last time. Now I want you guys to bear in mind, I'm going to tell you how much these things were. Don't forget that fireworks cost different amounts in every state, depending on where you are. So here in Vermont, they may be more or less than what you're used to. I know fireworks here are more expensive than right next door in New Hampshire, which is, of course, a very popular state for buying pyro because it's so inexpensive. I know in the Midwest they're less expensive too. But I also know that the prices here in Vermont are kind of on par with Maine and probably less expensive than, like, say, California or some of the places out west. So bear that in mind as you're thinking about how much I paid for these. So anyway, I'm going to quit yammering. Let's take a look, shall we? So like most of my stash videos, we'll start with the smaller things and work up to the bigger things. So as I mentioned earlier, I did get more large items, but I did want to grab, this is a box of Whistling Moon Travelers with report, Winda, very standard bottle rockets. There's 144 of them in there. This was $20 at the tent. I love keeping these things on hand. You know, I post a lot of videos of cakes and canisters and bigger stuff, and I can't tell you how many nights that we're not recording videos, which is the majority of our life, but we will go out and just light some bottle rockets and firecrackers out in the backyard because that's the kind of stuff we can do at home. So I always love to have a good stash of this stuff because the boys and I are out lighting this way more often than I ever bother to take the phone out and record. Then I also picked up this 1,000 roll of flash crackers. You guys might remember the 4th of July. We did our first 2,000 roll. So I've got 3 different brands now, and I think I might like to do a 1,000 roll of firecracker comparison sometime. So if you think that sounds cool, you know, send a thumbs up in the comments for sure, and we will get to lighting that sooner versus later. And then I got this barrage candle. A lot of you guys know that I'm not really a super huge Roman candle fan, but I do love barrage candles, and I do love Great American Fireworks Company a lot. So this is the Cannonade Roman Candle Barrage, and it has 304 shots. They all go up with blue stars and white tails, and that change into a red strobe when it reaches the kind of the pinnacle. So looks really cool. This was, I think it was like $37, so just shy of 40. The flash crackers were about 21, 22 for a 1,000 strip. Then we have from Sea to Shining Sea and American Revolution. These are some little 9-shot cakes from Great American. They are 2 of a set of 4. I picked these 2 because I thought they were my favorite ones. And I'm pretty excited to try them out. These were just shy of $20 a piece. Then we have 2 more of the Whirlwind Romance. For those of you guys that saw my store walkthrough and subsequent stash video from a week ago when I was at the tent last, I mentioned that I love Whirlwind Romance. It's always on my list because it feels like a good deal to me, even at slightly more expensive Vermont prices compared to like next door New Hampshire. For 40 bucks, you get 2 cakes. They're really nice tourbillon cakes. And for $20 a piece for the 200 grams of that size, I feel like that's a really nice value. And they're really great cakes on top of that, too. So really happy to have both of those. I've already got plans for one of these sets. It's already packed away for something else. But you may or may not see what that is down the road. Next up, we move to the 500s. Now, here we have some of the bigger things, like I was talking about. This is the Explorer series from Winda. 4 500-gram cakes. I had never heard of this series before I walked in and saw it at the tent, which for me is weird because I do subscribe to like the Winda Company channel on YouTube. I do subscribe to a lot of firework companies because I like to see what's up and coming. And I like to, have things to look forward to get. And these were just like out of nowhere. And so price-wise, individually at the tent here in Vermont, they were $77 a piece. However, if you purchase all 4 as a case together, you could get that for $240 to $244, something like that. So about $60, $61 a piece, which still is kind of on the high end for a 500-gram cake for me. I usually feel like $50. 60 if it's something really good, but I mean, like I said, I haven't really seen these before. However, I did watch the company video while I was at the tent, and they all look pretty cool. 2 of them in particular looked really great. They have an effect that's listed as fireflies, which I think looks like a little bit of strobe. And the other thing about these that I found really cool and attractive is this right here, the wolf tails. So you've got that howling effect, and it's not the whole cake, but there are shots that go up, I think 2 volleys sort of mushed into the middle of those 20 shots. That is that great wolf howl, and I really freaking love that. So really happy to have these. I'm excited to try them all out. They're all going to be demos individually at some point or another. Then we have the fish tank cake, as opposed to the fish tank canister shells that I got last time. This one I have shot before. I really love this cake. And I bought it specifically because I want to do a fish tank demo on the channel of this cake. The one time this cake has appeared on this channel, way back a year and a half ago, April 8th, 2024, we had the total solar eclipse in Vermont. And you know me, guys, what else was I going to do when the sky went dark but shoot a bunch of fireworks? So I actually used this in conjunction with some canister shells for the finale of my eclipse show. And it came and went, and I really loved it. This was about $75 for this single cake at the tent here in Vermont. But I feel like it's worth it. Once again, and I was spending store credit. I was really impressed with it last time. And then finally, we have the one canister kit that I bought. Now, once again, more expensive here in Vermont, Neon Beef. This has been on this channel. I have shot my way through this kit 2 times in the past. I love it. I've used it for 4th of July finale a couple years ago. I did a comparison between some of the cans in this and Neon Diablos. This is just a great color kit. But you know what I haven't done yet is a Neon Beef full kit demo. And I think this kit is just fantastic, and I really want to do that. It's absolutely worth it to me. So this was $166 at the tent, which normally would be way out of my range for a canister kit, a single canister kit. Usually I don't go much higher than 110 or 120 before I say, that's too much. But like I was saying, I really enjoyed this. I think the color is fantastic. Definitely one of the best I've ever seen. So I'm going to be really happy to bring it to you guys as a full kit demo at some point in the future. That is what I got from my pyro stash from all of my store credit that I accrued. Thanks to Green Mountain Fireworks. Thanks to you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Like I always say at the end of a stash video, if there's anything you want to see, let me know in the comments. I've got a ton of stuff on deck right now. And as you can see behind me, I've got a ton of stuff waiting to shoot. So if you want me to put something at the front of the list, make sure and let me know. If you're new, make sure to hit that subscribe button because we will be demoing all of this stuff, all the stuff behind me, and a bunch of those wraps on the wall that haven't even gone up yet either. And if you liked the video and had fun watching it, make sure to hit the thumbs up button too, because it helps out my channel. And with all that being said, we'll see you next time right here on the Vermont Pyro Boys. Have a great night, everybody. Peace.